content over everything.
Assalamu alaikum, bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Somali speakers. Basically, what we want to talk about, highlight issue that's concerning the community is right now is we got hit by 2 cyclones in the last week or two, and we just called, me and my brother Abdul just wanted to talk about and highlight issues that we found a bit disturbing, how it's not being highlighted, how 1,000, I don't know what the numbers is, but at the same time it's kind of sad to think about our people losing their lives like that with the floods and all of that. So I just wanted to elaborate and give some information out, and because I feel like our people are not connected. I think like the whole world doesn't know what we're doing. I'm not even doing. I think the whole world doesn't even care. I think the lack of, because I try to look at a couple of countries where I've noticed where a couple of natural disasters have hit and communities have come around, it's gathered, it's all over the news, and it's really disturbing how mainstream news doesn't even want to report about 1,000. I don't know. I think you got the numbers and you know the statistics.
The statistics, they said UN agencies on the ground, UN refugee agency in particular, they said in Somalia and Venezuela that it was estimates. I don't know if they would use the word estimates, but the numbers are around 270,000, right? Yeah. But yeah, I want to touch on your point, my brother. Basically, it's a shame. It's a shame, really, that these kinds of situation is not being highlighted by other mainstream media outlets. I mean, I literally checked today, right, and the only media broadcasting stations covered it was Al Jazeera. I didn't see nothing on BBC, didn't see nothing on Sky, didn't see nothing on ITV, didn't see nothing on RT, and the list goes on and on, right? So this is a concern because of course, this is a major concern, because what it means is if the information is not getting out there, how are then people expected to know and then use their connections, use their networks, or use their influence to try and correct the situation? As far as I know, when I read the article, when I watched the video that you sent me earlier this week, and I read the article this morning. From what I gathered from that article, the damage that's been done is obviously there's been floods, there's been torrential rainfall. People have been displaced effectively. So their homes have been ruined by this flood, and they've had to set up camps, and sites in which to just I guess live. Really. But of course the conditions, as you can imagine, are probably going to be difficult. So yeah, I mean it's a tough situation. At this point in time, I can only speculate about the damage that's been done. I don't know the ins and outs, of course. But yeah, I mean, of course, one of the solutions that I think you and I discussed was sanitation, and how that could be. That could have been a very good thing that could have perhaps reduced the impact of these floods, creating drainages and stuff like that, so the rainfall could actually be absorbed into the ground and under the ground.
But I think that's to me, I think that's too far ahead of thinking.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying my main concern is how comes nowhere? It's nowhere. It's like you can't. It hasn't been reported. It hasn't been. No one's seen it. We're not hearing about it. Plus, I was speaking to you about it recently, and we've realised how that a lot of Somali brothers and sisters that your age, maybe the next generation, are not even talking about it themselves. Isn't that a main concern to you? Why? How comes not even? I can't see no fundraisers. I don't see no organisations that's gathering clothes, trying to do something for this disaster or try relief efforts. And I've seen, because the other day I was watching Islamic Relief, a month ago I think Kashmir got hit by an earthquake, and one thing I hate, I'm not trying to compare disasters, but I've noticed how, mashallah, my Asian brothers, alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters, have gathered round within, I think, Rustin, a couple of million have raised for them awarenesses. But do you think it's because lack of information, or people just are not aware of what is going on in Venezuela?
I mean, personally, I think it's a lack of information and lack of awareness. I'd like to believe that if people did have the information within the Somali diaspora community, or the diaspora in general, or just other good natured people, I think they would like to take action and do something about it. Of course, the incident's only recent, it happened last week, so I feel like information still needs to filter through. But I do believe in my heart that, you know, if the information was accessible, right, and there was more media stations providing coverage, you know, then I think, you know, something could happen. I mean,
it's a language barrier, or it's not being reported by, or maybe it's just an initiative of our people to spread out the news and say, yo, this is what's actually going on. Where is it? Because I've been looking all over social media, and what's disturbing is I'm not seeing no UK sort of fundraising, no events going on where you're gathering. I'm just baffed. I'm thinking, and this is the stigma of are we as Somalians, are we how can I say, are we a reactive community rather than a proactive community? And that's why I think we need to start establishing, instead of only reacting when a disaster happens, maybe how can we prepare for it? Inshallah, Mustafa, we can't even prepare for it. Every natural disaster is by the will of Allah. That's first things first, but I'm talking about relief efforts after.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you, man. I do feel like there needs to be more proactiveness to prevent these situations happening, right? But I just want to touch up on that point a bit more about, you know, this lack of awareness and this lack of information and stuff like that being disseminated. This might sound controversial. You might think it might be controversial. Other people watching might think it's controversial. But personally, I feel like, you know, the responsibility lies with those who are, you know, have the influence and have the power. So, like for me, like the Somali influencers, I think it's upon them to really, you know, understand more about these issues. Because a lot of people watch these Somali influencers, right? And I'm not saying all of them, I'm not generalizing, but I do feel like they're in a position to really, they've got influence, they've got power, know the information, know what's going on, right? And then that way, information could be spread quicker because, like myself, okay, cool, I might know a few Somalis, but I can only spread it amongst them, you know? But it's not going to be much, right? But for them, they have an impact, they have a responsibility, they can do something about it, right? So that's what I believe. It might sound controversial, but that's what I feel.
I'm going to ask you, Abdi, and I'm going to ask Preston. So, do you think that the diaspora are not connected with what's it called? Even caring about it, even empathy to where the motherland's concerned? Preston, do you want to answer that?
Before that, I just wanted to thank you, Khalid, for making me know about this, because I didn't know about the situation in Somalia until I saw you on the Hangout this morning. And you mentioned it. And I've been doing some research, and I've just got something here from CNN that I wanted to add to what you said.
Thank you, Preston.
Here on CNN, it says more than 85% of Beledweyne, have I pronounced that properly? Beledweyne, home to an estimated 400,000 residents, has been inundated by floods. The UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said on Monday, following an assessment of the area by the UNCHR, which is the Protection Return Monitoring Network, they said 3 people, including 2 children, were reported to have drowned after a river in the town burst its banks on Saturday due to the rains. So the rains caused that flood. A boat carrying 20 people also capsized on the river, and many passengers are feared missing. The UN agency said in a report, floods from the river had destroyed farmlands, roads, and other infrastructure in surrounding areas, according to the UN agency. And it says that the Somali government has set up an emergency committee to coordinate humanitarian response assistance with organizations in affected areas. And he claims that seasonal rainfalls that occur between October and December in Kenya and South Sudan have also left thousands displaced in these countries. So the interesting thing is here, the CNN has got it. The UN is dealing with it. But it's like the both of you asked. It's not a mainstream.
No, definitely not.
That's what I'm saying, and it's baffling to me. It's just, I'm just thinking, wow. I'm seeing it. I'm hearing relatives back home. People are, and it's white, and it's heartbreaking. It's heart-dawning. But again, when we start highlighting stuff like this, like nationalism, and I think that's all has to fly out the window. So I'm not even concerned about that. But Preston, what is it? What do you think it is? What do you think personally? Why the information's not playing out?
I think
and
for
get into
some
us?
reason, I think the information might come out, but they seem to have a priority thing in the mainstream news, with the editor deciding what news is important. So for whatever reason, they've decided that what has happened in Somalia
And East African
and
region.
East Africa is not a priority. So maybe in a week's time, they might mention it. But we know, thanks to the 21st century, there are other channels. And I think you mentioned Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
So if you go on Al Jazeera, they're showing it. But the mainstream channels are not showing it. So it's the editors that have not seen it as a priority to mention it, which is very disturbing. Because it clearly is a humanitarian issue. The UN's involved, the Somali government's involved. People have lost their lives. Their livelihoods have been destroyed. So it's important. I don't know why they don't want to talk about it. Maybe they will. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they will next week. But at the moment, it's a travesty that they haven't mentioned what's going on.
And it's sad. My brother, have you got a couple of things to say about the Beledweyne incident?
Well, I swear, my brother, if you ask me, I don't know much. You know, I've been too much on the online thing, my brother, to the point where I don't even know what's going on. Actually, you're the first that I've heard from. So,
Thank you, Abdullah.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm actually here to just listen.
Of course, let's go. I appreciate that, Abdullah, my brother.
And I'm telling you, wallahi, I came here for you, my brother.
Thank you, thank you.
I was thinking of not to come to the bar because I said I'm coming for my brother. I came for you.
You Abdullah? You Abdullah?
That's a name I kind of give him myself.
brother. Online, I recognize your voice.
Okay. So, do you think this plus it is East Africa as well, so it is concerning. As president, as a West African brother, do you think it's because it's Africa that no one really cares, or do you think it's us Africans? It's up to us with the diaspora. Well, that's why me and my brother started a channel, Somali speakers. Subscribe. We're going to give you the link as well. So we're going to be discussing all aspects of Somali issues. And the other day I was speaking to you about, I'm going to have you on a panel about, you know fair about the Somaliland and separation, all of that. So
I wanted to ask you that day, and you've been very open.
What's our last video?
Because when I try and talk to Somali brothers about, well, the people in the Horn of Africa, and I say, I've noticed you've got Puntland, Somaliland, Somalia, and then within Somalia, Jubaland is becoming autonomous. It has its own flag, has its own flag, has its own leader. And then when I want to talk to them about it, they just keep quiet.
I think it's this, well, you know, the channel is called Somali Speakers, and we're going to start a conversation that's needed amongst the Somali community, home, abroad, the diaspora, and I think we've got work to do, my brother. You know them ones, so thank you. I'm gonna go, and that's it. You get me? But it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, my brothers. Thank you, Abdullah.
Somali speakers, hit the channel, subscribe. We're gonna get some good discussions going on.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing hangouts as well. Sorry about that. Sorry to leave. I hate to do this. We're gonna be working with COE as well. So hopefully, inshallah, with the Somali speakers, and it's just highlighting our issues. That's it. Home and abroad. That's basically it.
As a West African brother, I look forward to listening and learning from you.
I'm looking forward for you to sit on a panel sometime. I need a moderator, so obviously, President, it's going to be a pleasure. My brothers, that's it, man. Let's pray for Beledweyne as well, inshallah.
You know what I was going to say? That I've only listened to 20 minutes of the issue you're talking. Well, I love that. I'm not gonna...
Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you, Abdullah. Say that, my brothers.
Content over everything. From your Beledweyne.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen.
Yeah, Japan, just to add to what he's saying, Japan is a collectivistic culture. So it's about putting the group's needs before your own, rather than the other way around.
Man, don't listen to ITV.
Collusion, culture, ideas, different backgrounds, different countries, and therefore different values, different interests. So